It's Transformers 96 here with another collection video, so here you go. So it's been a little while since I've done a collection video, and the last collection video that I did, I had just moved and I had just finished my closet, so I was just putting the stuff in, and a lot of improvements have been made as far as I finished some things. I decided to move a couple things around, and I finished hanging up all the stuff, and I did get a few more toys too. So there's definitely a decent amount of new stuff from the last collection video, so that's why I'm doing this one. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I started off on Green Lantern last time, so that hasn't changed. It's in the same position, and I really don't think there's anything new, but as you can see, I do have the entire Movie Masters Green Lantern collection, as well as the Matty Collector exclusives, and of course, the Build-A-Figure Parallax. So very cool. And then you just get some of these guys over here. So yeah, and then we move over, and you can tell that this is my DC shelf, of course. You have the Dark Knight, mostly Dark Knight Rises, couple Dark Knight, and yeah, so it's just all my Movie Masters in the back there, as well as you got a Build-A-Figure Bane, and then you've got a Bat Signal Build-A-Figure, little Mezco, if I remember, or Mezits, Batman, and then a couple Hot Wheels Tumbler, or Batmobiles, and then the Mezits, or Mezco, I think it's Mezits, Tumbler. So yeah, so there you go. And then you come over here, and the Bane kind of helps transition, because he works for both of these guys. And then we go to the DC Universe. I have a nice Yellow Lantern collection. I'm really a big fan of Yellow Lanterns. And then just a mixed match of stuff. And then we come over here to Hellboy. I just have, you know, I've got a lot of space in here, and I used to have my Arkham collection in this spot, but the Arkham collection got too big, so I decided to move it. But you got a 6-inch Wink and a couple 3/4-inch figures, and as you can see, I'm a big fan of Wink. I might be bidding on something else for Hellboy. It's at a good price now. If it stays at the same price, I'll definitely be buying it. But if it doesn't, I probably won't. But that might get a little bit bigger, that collection. So now let's go down one shelf. Okay, so just so you know where you are in respect to everything, this is directly below my Hellboy set. So just so you know where you are. So I call this little corner the Marvel Misfit area, just of characters that either the Hulk and the Destroyer, I don't like them with the toy lines that they come with. I don't think that they look good with the rest of them, so keeping them down here. And then the two Abominations, the only other Hulk figures that I have. So I don't know, I might move those to my Comic Marvel shelf, even though they're movie, and might do that, but yeah. And then of course we go into Tron. You've got one of the planes there, and then here is my Tron collection, as you can see, very cool. And then we go to a small G.I. Joe Retaliation collection, a even smaller Men in Black 3 collection, and then we have the Real Steel. Would have loved to expand on this, but these are really the only figures they came out with. And then we come right down to the end of Pirates of the Caribbean. I got 3 of the 6-inch figures in the back. You can tell that I'm a fan of Davy Jones's crew, so yeah. So now let's go above the Green Lantern set to my Marvel set. Alright, here we are at my Comic Marvel shelf. As you can see, the front is all Marvel Universe, then you get a little bit in the back and it's Marvel Legends, and then way in the back is either Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures or Diamond Select figures. So yeah, I love some Marvel, as you can see. Yeah, this is one of my favorite spots of my collection. I think that it's super cool. They all look so different, but they're all these superheroes. They look awesome together. So yeah, and then Mojo is kind of the divider. Then it goes into just some movie Marvel and some more comic Marvel. It's a little bit of a mess right here. And then I did get this pack. I plan on doing a review for that today, so I don't know when I'm going to post that. This could have been posted a long time before this video, or it could not be posted yet, but if it isn't, I'll get that out soon. So yeah, and then we've got my Arkham City collection. Really, just this was the best spot to put it in my, I don't know where else to put it, so yeah. So overall, very cool. Got some nice figures, and yeah. So now let's go to Transformers, which is on the shelf above. Here you go. So we start off with Transformers Prime, the Decepticons on the left here, and then it kind of merges into the Autobots. So yeah, so very cool, and then that pretty much ends the Transformers Prime, and then we go into just one Generations figure just in the middle. And I do have some room to expand for Transformers Prime, so I've got room for that. And then it goes into movie Autobots. Let's see if you can get a good look. Quite a few. And in my last collection video, I had a Devastator right here in the Autobot section. It's just because I thought that I wouldn't have room in the Decepticon section, but I ended up did need having room, so I moved that, put the records in the corner. Would have liked a nice big Transformer to go in the corner, but really, other than these Autobots, I didn't have any other one big. Then, of course, in the middle there, you have the Supreme Optimus Prime, and that's when it bridges into the Decepticons. And then we have the movie Decepticons from all three movies. It's very cool. Not much to say, just a whole bunch of Decepticons. And then we hit kind of concept Decepticons, ones that weren't in the movie. And then that little Legends. And then you come up and it's just it's my Marvel Legends, the 19-inch Galactus and the 16-inch Sentinel. It's just they were way too big to fit on any other shelf. They had to be on the top shelf, and I was doing Transformers, so I just thought, what are you gonna do? So they're in my little Transformers collection. I know. So let's go. Let's skip a couple shelves and go all the way to the bottom shelf on this side. So here's this is my mismatch shelf. This is a lot of stuff that I don't know what I'm doing with, and so this is my one really big incomplete shelf. But just so you know where you are, this is exactly parallel to the Tron, you know, and Real Steel and Pirates of the Caribbean. They are facing each other, just so you know, and it's my last shelf all the way to the bottom. So as you can see, I've got a Quinjet, I've got a couple Green Lanterns that have fallen. I've got a little Star Wars droid in the back, and then I've got some customs that I did, and then Transformers animated. And then we move over here, which is just random stuff and a couple of Star Wars monsters. The only thing that I'm pretty sure about the shelf is that I will have Nightmare Before Christmas in this corner, and there are my Nightmare Before Christmas stuff right now. I did get this just recently. It's the Vampire. Yeah, so I got that along with the Mayor, but I decided to open the Mayor for sure. The Vampire, I don't know if I'm going to keep that mint. I don't know if I'm going to open it and do a review, or I don't know if I'm going to just resell it. I got it for a great price, so if I did resell it, I would be making some profit. So I'm very unsure what I'm going to do with that, but who knows? Maybe you guys have already seen the review because I've already posted it, but maybe there will never be a review. I don't know. And then we're going to go one shelf up. And this is my Star Wars shelf. So now, my Star Wars shelf used to be, I'm just going to move you over here, it used to be right here with the, where the Arkham figures are, but I decided that I had enough Star Wars stuff that they needed their own shelf, and I had an extra shelf, so, I gave them their own thing. Got a little Grievous in the back there. I've got, two of his, one of his, I don't know what it's called, the car from his movie, The Cycle, with a movie Grievous on it, an animated Cycle with an animated Grievous, another animated Grievous, and another movie Grievous. I'm a fan of Grievous. I can't wait to get the 6-scale one. Hope that goes on pre-order soon. And then we come over here to just some random 3 3/4-inch figures from the couple of Clone Wars from over there, and then the rest just go into movie Star Wars, just a little bit. And a couple mint figures in the back. Both of them are unpunched. I would hang them up usually, but because they're unpunched, I just decided to put them on the shelf. And then we come over to my Jabba collection. I've got a nice Jabba collection. It's really coming along. And I do have, how many? I've got 3 other figures mint that would go really well with my Jabba collection, but I haven't taken them out of package yet. But I'll show those later. Then you've got a couple bounty hunters from the movie. And then it just bridges into Clone Wars, and quite a lot of it too. As you can see there, I've got a nice collection of Clone Wars. And then we come to my droids. I've got an AAT Armored Assault Tank with the just all my droids, whether it be a movie or Clone Wars. I just got them all right there. And a little Yoda. So yeah, so very cool. So now we're going to go all the way over again and go up to my Avengers shelf. So as you can see, I do have an in-package Shockwave there. I just want to put little figures, whether it be Cyberverse or another line of little figures. I just want to start lining them up there. And so yeah, so the only one that I had in package was Soundwave, so I just put it there. And then we have this is my Iron Man shelf. with 3 3/4 inch Iron Mans, a couple ironmongers from the first Iron Man, and a Diamond Select Iron Man. And then we move into, what is this, a Thor. So yeah, so I've got a lot of 3 3/4 inch Thors, a couple Diamond Select ones, and 1 6-inch Loki. So very cool. And then we move into the Hydra shelf. No, I'm just kidding. This is the Captain America. I've got plenty of Hydra soldiers here, though. So yeah, pretty nice. So yeah, so now we bridge into the Avengers. Got a couple Chitaris there. The Selects are in the back. And then you've got some more figures. I thought about putting all the Selects together, but I decided just to separate them by movie. This one being Avengers, this Captain America, Thor, and then Iron Man. I thought about putting them together, but there's so many teams over here. I decided I didn't need to, and they'd look better with their own movies. So that's what I left it as. Then we go into the 3 3/4 line. So very cool. And then my 6-inch Walmart exclusive Avengers are all in the back there. And then Nick Fury, and then we've got Mini-Mates at the bottom, which are pretty cool looking. So there you go. So now let's go over my glass case really quick. So here's my glass case, and this is where I'm going to be storing my Hot Toys Sideshow figures and just a little bit more expensive figures. So yeah, so at the top there you can see that I've got the Hot Toys Scarecrow along with my in-package Arkham Asylum Scarecrow. It's a rare figure, and I thought that they look cool together. That's not where my Arkham figure is going to stay forever. That's just to hold the place of all my other Hot Toys Batman figures that I have on pre-order. I've got Bane, Catwoman, and Joker on pre-order, and yeah, so I'm going to be filling that shelf up with those 4 figures. And then we come down to just my Marvel Hot Toys. I've got the Iron Man Mark 1 and then the Red Skull. The Iron Man Mark 1, that was just a figure that was given to me to review by Toy Anxiety, a great toy store, but I liked it so much that I decided just to buy it. I wasn't planning on it, but it was so awesome that I couldn't resist, so I did end up buying that, which is pretty cool. And then we come down, and that's just the Masterpiece Thundercracker. I did end up getting that one. I don't know what possessed me. It looked cool. I heard Toys 210 got it and he really liked it, so I was just, when I saw it in the store, I was like, yeah, I gotta pick that one up. So I decided to pick it up. And it's very cool. You know, that's just gonna stay there until I think that my Star Wars Sideshow stuff is gonna go in there, but that's just in there for now. And then just at the last shelf is just a couple boxes from them. So yeah, so nothing special there. So yeah, so there is my glass case. So now let's go into all my in-package stuff around the room. Alright, so now I'm just going to go around the room and show off my in-package toys. I've just got the Superhero Squad Amazing Spider-Man set with the lizard. This one just looked cool, and I knew that if I took them out of package, I don't keep my Superhero Squad stuff in my collection room, so I decided just to leave it in package. I do have an in-package side swipe there too. And nothing on this wall. That's just going to be for any new 3 3/4 figures. And then we go up, and this is where the 3 3/4 figures are just all around the room. Here you start off with vintage from mostly Phantom Menace, but there's a lot of other stuff there. See, this figure and this figure and then another figure I'm going to show you would go really well with the Jabba the Hutt set. I just have a mint for right now. Got a, what is it? Frost Giant in package there, and then that figure would go well with the Jabba the Hutt set. Let me zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see it better. There you go. Then we've got the Warriors 3. I have another set in package. They look cool. The Variant Electro, that figure that was crap. I got 2 of them, planning on getting like 10, but it turns out so bad that I just decided not to army build them. And then we have the Variant Doctor Strange, which I really like. Some Clone Wars rare figures, and then the Hunt for Decepticon Ironhide. More in package, that Nick Fury given to me by Toys 210. Thanks so much. I'm loving it. It looks awesome. Got it right in the center of the room because this guy is the center, the evac from the Universal Studios. I have 2 of them. Hung one up in here and just have one in a drawer somewhere so that it's safe. But yeah, I really like that figure, and that was an awesome ride, so I really wanted that. Then we have some other in-package figures, just all 3 3/4 couple Transformers. I'd like to keep my variants in package, so that's why there's a lot of variants, but yeah. So yeah, so overall there you go. And then we come over here, and come down. Just have a couple more. We just have a Scroll Soldier mint next to the Marvel Universe stuff, and then we have a 3 3/4 inch what is it, Tomare 3 3/4 inch figure just in package next to my Green Lantern, and then just a deluxe Hydra Soldier just somewhere. So yeah, so I'm filling up this side a little bit more than the other, but yeah. So overall, there is my collection, and hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, and if you ever want to see another update, just let me know, and I'll be sure to do it. So there you go. Thanks for watching.